Welcome, friends. Today we are going to see a revenge story. Without wasting any time, let's watch the movie. In the beginning, the scene is set in Colombia. There, we are introduced to two men, Don Luis and Fabio, who are involved in illegal business. Fabio tells Don Luis, "I don't want to do illegal business anymore. I want a peaceful life with my family." He announces that he wants to quit and hands over all their business dealings in a hard disk. As Fabio gets into his car, he senses that Don Luis will definitely try to kill him. He rushes to his house and urges his family to pack their things, saying, "We are leaving this country immediately." Meanwhile, he speaks to a young girl named Catalia. He tells her, "No matter what happens, you must escape without hesitation if anything happens to us." He gives her an address to reach, hands her a memory card, and places her signature Catalia flower pendant around her neck. As Fabio and his family are about to leave, Don Luis' men arrive, shoot Fabio's bodyguard, and then kill both Fabio and his wife. Shortly after, Don Luis' assistant Marco enters and finds Catalia. Marco asks her, "Did your father give you any memory card?" Catalia nods. He demands the card in exchange for her life. Suddenly, Catalia becomes furious, stabs Marco's hand with a knife, and shouts, "One day, I will kill all of you for murdering my parents." She then jumps out of the window and escapes like a trained professional. Skills clearly taught to her by Fabio. Catalia swallows the memory card and runs through the streets. Just as they are about to catch her, she slides into a sewage hole. The men shoot at the opening, assuming she is dead, and leave. But Catalia emerges from another drainage outlet and heads to the address her father gave her. It turns out to be a CIA office. She meets an officer and hands him a letter from her father. After reading it, he asks for the card. Catalia makes herself vomit and hands it to him, leaving the officer a little stunned. He examines the contents and asks, "Do you know what this is?" She simply replies, "My dad said this is my passport." In the next scene, they put her on a flight with a female officer, which lands at Miami airport. Catalia excuses herself to use the bathroom. When she doesn't return on time, the officer goes to check, but Catalia has already escaped through the window. Later, Catalia reaches a place where some gangsters are beating someone. Apparently a regular sight there. She gives a slip of paper to one of them, and upon reading it, he takes her to his leader. The leader is surprised and happy to see her. He hugs her and takes her home. It is then revealed that this man is Emilio, Fabio's brother, who becomes Catalia's guardian. Catalia, who is skilled in drawing, often spends time sketching. Seeing this, Emilio asks, "Do you want to become an artist?" She replies, "Yes, I want to, but not now." When he asks what she really wants to become, Catalia answers, "I want to become an assassin," but Emilio takes her to the school for admission. After that, while they are walking, Catalia, feeling frustrated, stops and says, "I don't want to study. I just want to become an assassin. I want to take revenge for my family." Hearing this, Emilio becomes frustrated. He suddenly shoots at a random vehicle, killing someone, and says to her, "I killed that man for no reason. If you don't study, this is the same thing you will end up doing. You need to gain knowledge first. After that, you can become an assassin." He then gives her a choice, school or a gun. This time, Catalia chooses wisely. She decides to go to school. After 15 years in California, a police car is involved in an accident with a drunk girl who crashes into it. The police arrest her. By seeing that pendant, we came to know that the girl was Catalia, and the police put her in jail. In that same jail, they bring another important criminal, and a police officer is assigned to watch over him. The officer is told that this criminal is one of the most wanted, so he is instructed to monitor him throughout the night. The senior officer then leaves. That night, the girl, none other than our story's heroine, Catalia, who disguised as a random drunken girl. She prepares herself and easily opens the prison door with a hairpin. She took the spoon from officer's cup and slides the CCTV camera. After that, pours water into a glass and enters the electrical room, makes a hole in that glass and sets the spoon, lets the drops fall onto a spoon from that glass. She sets a timer on her watch. Afterward, Catalia climbs into the ventilator shaft and crawls into it. As the spoon drips water onto the wires, it causes a short circuit and cuts the power. This shuts off the ventilator fan, allowing her to pass through it unnoticed. Meanwhile, the guard goes to the bathroom and Catalia attacks him, knocking him unconscious. She takes his gun and enters the criminal's cell, where she kills him. The sound of the gunshot alarms the senior officers, who rush to the scene. The guard, now awake, is shocked to find the gun in his hand and the criminal dead. He insists, "I didn't shoot." The officers begin searching for the killer. Meanwhile, Catalia climbs onto the roof and manages to return to her own cell, pretending to sleep. When the police arrive, they leave, by seeing nothing happen to her. The next day, a special FBI officer arrives at California. He was specifically assigned to investigate because strange drawings were found on the criminal's body. The killer had followed the same pattern in 22 previous murders. The FBI agent begins his inquiry. Meanwhile, Catalia is released after paying a small fine. She changes her disguise and calls her uncle, who tells her, "Come home soon." She responds, "I'll come soon after finishing my mission." In the next scene, they show Don Lewis. A CIA officer comes to meet him and shows him a newspaper. In the news, it is mentioned that a criminal was killed in jail. Don Lewis says it's a usual thing, but the officer replies that it doesn't seem usual. He then asks about Don Lewis's partner. Lewis says his partner's name is Fabio, and that they already killed his family. The officer replies, "No, you have missed someone. That person is killing your men in the same pattern and leaving a drawing of the Catalia flower on their bodies. Take this seriously and finish it soon." After informing him, the officer leaves. Immediately, Don Lewis speaks to Marco and says, "We have to kill everyone in the Colombiana family. Finish them soon." In the next scene, the special officer presents a slideshow to his team, explaining the killer's pattern. After checking the CCTV footage of the jail, they see that no one entered or exited. The officer suspects that someone inside the jail must be the killer. Meanwhile, Catalia lives a normal life in front of society. She is with her boyfriend in their house. The next day, she wakes up early and leaves. Later, she secretly meets her uncle at a laundry shop. Her uncle gives her the next assignment, showing her the photo of the man she must kill. He explains that the man has killed many innocent people and gives her the plan for how to kill him. Catalia accepts. Then, her uncle shows her the newspaper and asks about the murders. Catalia says, "Don't you know why I am doing this?" But her uncle reminds her, "We are professional killers. These 22 murders can lead you into danger. I'm worried about your safety." She replies, "This is my personal revenge. I had decided this even before coming to you. Don't worry, I love our family, you and Grandma. Once I finish my revenge, I will definitely come back." She then goes to her hideout, an old car shed, where she is raising fierce dogs. She feeds them, and they obey her completely, showing they are well trained. In the shed, she takes her hidden guns and leaves. The scene shifts to the house of Catalia's target. He is raising 2 sharks in a pool. A girl asks him why the sharks don't react to her. He replies, "These sharks only respond and attack after smelling blood." That night, sensing danger, he orders his guards to increase security and then goes to bed. When more guards arrive at his house, Catalia sneaks in by hiding under their car itself. While the guards are distracted, she secretly enters the house. She swims across the pool, slips inside, and reaches the gangster's room. When he wakes up, he is shocked to see Catalia flower was drawn on his body. He notices his guards are already dead. Grabbing their guns, he walks toward the swimming pool. Suddenly, Catalia appears from the shadows. Seeing her, he starts shooting, but there are no bullets in the gun. It was all part of Catalia's plan. She tells him, "Now you're going to die, but I won't kill you." She shoots him in the legs and then shoots the glass wall of the pool. He falls into the water, bleeding. The sharks smell the blood and attack him viciously. The news about the murders flashes in the newspaper, and a CIA officer sees it. Meanwhile, he receives a phone call from the special FBI officer, who demands, "You people definitely know something about these 22 murders." The CIA officer replies coldly, "Come and meet me officially with permission. Only then I'll tell you." He hangs up the call. At the same time, one of the FBI team members notices something suspicious about a certain girl and reports it to the special officer. But the officer dismisses him, saying, "There's no way a woman could have killed 22 men. Investigate in other directions." At Catalia's house, her boyfriend asks about her family, but she avoids answering. She has even lied to him, giving her name as Jennifer. The next day, Catalia wakes up late. While she is asleep, her boyfriend secretly takes a photo of her. When she wakes, she rushes to the library. In the library, her uncle shows her the newspaper and yells at her, "Because you killed Don Lewis's men, they retaliated and killed my friends. Now they are searching for us. From now on, don't kill anyone," Catalia insists. "I will definitely take my revenge by killing Don Lewis." Furious, her uncle yells back, "If you are determined to take revenge, then forget about me and your grandmother." Don't ever come to us again. He storms out. Catalia is heartbroken. She breaks down and cries. Meanwhile, her boyfriend tells his friend about Catalia and shows him her photo. Just then, the police call him to the parking lot, so he leaves his phone on the table and walks away. Out of curiosity, the friend wants to make sure she's genuine. He contacts his cousin, who works in cybercrime, and sends him Catalia's photo for verification. When the cousin uploads her photo into the system, the FBI immediately receives an alert. The picture matches the jail footage of the mysterious girl. Catalia later meets her family in the church. After they leave, Marco is seen following them. Back in her secret hideout, Catalia talks to her boyfriend. He casually tells her, "I took a picture of you while you were sleeping." Panicking, Catalia demands, "Why did you take it? Did you show it to anyone?" He admits, "Yes, I showed it to my friend." At that moment, Catalia checks her computer and sees that the police are already closing in on her location. She makes a daring escape, entering another apartment, knocking a man unconscious, climbing through the ceiling, and reaching a hidden passageway. From there, she grabs her sniper rifle and flees. She then rushes to her uncle's house, only to find her uncle dead. Broken and devastated, she cries out in grief. Realizing she has nothing left to lose, Catalia takes bold action. She goes directly to the special FBI officer's house, points a gun at him, and makes him to sit in a chair. She warns, "If you get up, the chair will blow up. I've planted a bomb beneath it." Now face to face, Catalia reveals everything: her childhood, her revenge, and her war against Don Luis. She demands his help. The officer shakes his head. "The CIA won't even help with my own case," Catalia insists. "Go to the CIA office and ask them about Don Luis. I'll handle the rest. Once I leave, the bomb will deactivate in 30 seconds. You'll be free." And the bomb was deactivated as she said. Believing her, the next day, the FBI officer visits the CIA office and demands information about Don Luis, but the CIA refuses. At that moment, Catalia calls him. "Tell him I have a sniper aimed right at him." The officer passes on the message. Laughing confidently, the CIA officer says, "This is bulletproof glass. No one can break it." Seconds later, Catalia fires a shot inside his office, a perfect demonstration that proves her words. Terrified now, the CIA officer finally agrees to give her information about Don Luis. Back at her secret car shed, Catalia prepares her weapons. She feeds her dogs one last time, stares at them with determination, then leaves. Elsewhere, Don Luis and his men make preparations, fully aware that Catalia will come for him. Don Luis grows more and more panicked. Marco warns his team, "She is tough. Don't expect her to go easy on us." Suddenly, a rocket blasts into the house, creating a massive explosion. Amid the chaos, Marco rushes to Don Luis, pulls him away, and hides him in a secret room. He tells him, "Stay inside. Do not come out." The gang prepares to escape, bringing a getaway car, but Catalia drives a truck straight into them and starts shooting, killing everyone inside. Marco hides Don Luis while Catalia continues to take out the gangsters. Marco throws an explosive where they think Catalia is hiding and shoots, believing she's dead. However, Catalia appears from above, taking out the remaining gangsters one by one. Now, only Marco and Catalia are left. They engage in a tense fight, seemingly equally matched. During the battle, Marco tries to shoot her, but Catalia suddenly ejects the magazine clip on his gun and stabs that magazine clip on his neck, killing him. Don Luis tries to escape in a van, but ends up in a dead end, blocked by a garbage truck. Catalia calls him on Marco's phone. Don Luis threatens her, saying he'll take revenge and that she can't kill him. But Catalia simply orders her dogs, who are in the van, to attack him. The dogs kill Don Luis, and Catalia feels relieved after her revenge. Next day, Catalia's boyfriend is being questioned by FBI, but he knows little about Catalia. When Officer steps out to get coffee, Catalia calls his boyfriend. She tells him they have 40 seconds before they trace the phone, and says him that he can ask 3 questions. He asks her name. She replies, "It's Catalia." He asks if she will ever come back. She says, "Maybe one day," and tells him to always leave the window open. And finally, instead of asking question, he says, "I love you." Meanwhile, the officer was about to trace her call, but before that, Catalia hangs up the phone. With no other choice, police releases her boyfriend, Catalia. After all her revenge over, she walks away with style. And that's the end of the story. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.